Welcome to Love Them Knives. We got Sofirn in the studio. Sofirn, and this Sofirn flashlight was sent to me by the people at Alibaba, okay? Which is like AliExpress, AliExpress. And so you can get these on AliExpress, all right? You can get almost any flashlight you want on AliExpress. I have bought hundreds of items from AliExpress, mostly, and not a lot recently. You know, it's kind of scaled down since I started 10 years ago, but I still probably buy about a dozen things a year on AliExpress. Never had any problem with them. They're multi-billion-dollar. They ship all over the world. This little dog here is the HS22 2500 lumen headlamp, and 38. Is that right? That, just doesn't seem right that it's that inexpensive. 117 grams. Dual control, brightness and mode, okay. And here's your product parameters for how much moonlight mode and all this other low, medium, high, all this will give you for lumens crossed here. And then, of course, in the spot or the flood. Here's the spot, here's the flood, okay. So this is their stuff, and I'll give you the link to that, but they're the people that sent this to me. In the past, it hasn't been the people at AliExpress, it's been Sofirn directly. So here this is, and it is a headlamp, and here is the headband, and it's adjustable here. It's adjustable here, it's adjustable here, and everywhere. And so, yes, you should be able to set this up for your own comfort level. And this looks like this would accommodate a very large noggin right now, so probably have to tighten it up. But here's how it is, and, it'll rotate to accommodate wherever you want to point this thing, pretty much, okay? Now, let me pull it off the headband, and it's tight on there. It's tight, okay? But here's the main unit. Now, on the main unit, you have a battery. Inside, there will be a little disc here. I've already removed it, but to keep it from firing up in transit and all that. And then this is the Sofirn 18650. It's an 18650 at 4,000 milliamp, okay? So that's a pretty substantial battery, but you know what? It's putting out up to 2,500 lumens. For how long, I don't know. You'd have to read on the destructions, like how long is it gonna run at 2,500 lumens, like turbo, then 600, then 135. What does it step down? I don't know. So we'll have to see. But there's 3 settings, right, on turbo, because turbo could be the flood and the spot, but it could be the spot alone, the flood alone. So maybe that's what they're giving us there, is those 3 different numbers. But check this out. Now, this is like 2,700 Kelvin where these are, the little more, warmer emitters, and then 6,000 Kelvin for the more white emitters. All right, so you can get that, and also the Candelas, which I think is around 19,600 max on this thing. You turn it on and off with the power button. You change which you're going to do with the mode button, although the mode button will turn it on and off, okay? But other than that, it's going to switch back between these. So basically, if you want to go moonlight, or they call it eco mode, push the power button and hold it. That is eco mode. If you don't want to be on the spot, you want to be on the flood alone, there you go. You just push this and hold it, and here you go. Now, you want both of them? Push and hold. There you go. Now, it'll just kick around between these, right? Both, one on, one, the other, both, one, the other, both, right? Okay. So, however you want to do that. We will take it outside. We will test the spot and the flood alone, and then together, and then in turbo, just so we can have some fun. And here we go. Now, once we've got eco mode, moonlight mode, as I call it, push, okay, that's your first level, right? eco, low, medium, high, turbo. So you got 5 here, okay? I don't see anything for SOS beacon or any of that. Okay, so here we go. Now we're on eco. We push the power button to step up. Low, medium, high. Now, double tap, and that's turbo, okay? So off as well is just tapping it. So push again and push the mode button, kick it over to the other side, or you can have both sides, and then push. And of course, this is eco, low, medium, high, double tap, and that's turbo. And you can tell when turbo kicks in, definitely. So off, one tap is off. Push and hold, yeah, it's just going to go through the power or through the brightness levels. You see what I'm saying? But just a quick tap, it turns it off. All right, we see the orange and we see these whiter or more yellow, but these are more orangish. So these are the lower Kelvin range, like 2700, etc., etc. Obviously, this is around 6500, is what they're saying, Kelvin. So a whiter light or a more yellowed light, natural light, whatever you want to call it. So these are whiter. These here are more yellow. And the way to control that is, let me just push and hold and go on to eco mode, which is still a little difficult to see each emitters. But this up here and this down here are the whiter ones. This up in the left and then in the lower left and the upper right are the yellow ones. Okay, so what you do is you just push it and then hold. And then all of a sudden it will morph. And these are right there. So push, hold, and you can see now it's morphing to the whiter ones, and that's on white. Now you can do anything you want once you've morphed to whatever color you want. Then you can just push and go through your brightness levels, including turbo, right? Okay, so you can do that, or you turn it off, go back to eco, whatever. And if you want to adjust these to all yellow, you can do that, or a mixture of both, however you want to do it. But tap and then hold. Now I brought it all the way over to yellow. And then at that, you can go through all your brightness ranges as well on the yellow, okay? Like low, medium, high, and turbo with just the yellow, okay? So tap and off, push and hold back on eco so you can see what's in play here. Tap and hold, and you can switch back over. Or you can go half and half, right? So tap and hold, whoop, turned off, push on eco, tap, hold, and we are right between, we've got all of them in play here. You can see it's a little tough to see it right in the camera like that, but that's how you adjust the color temperature. It's in the flood. The spot is just what it is, right? Okay. And of course, aluminum, aircraft grade aluminum body. It comes with extra O-rings. It comes with the charger, USB to USB. It comes with the destructions in several different languages. It comes with the headband. It comes in this box. Here's the information on the box if you're interested. So 2.53 ounces without the battery. Why? I don't know why they do that, because, you know, it's going to have battery in it if you're going to use it, right? And so we could just do this real quick, and let's test this just ounces, 4.2. Okay, with the battery. Now, in the box as it comes, and I've already pulled the stuff out, right? Okay, so this is what it looks like in here, and of course they're telling you take the disc off the end before you try and use it, because it ain't going to work. And there's the little disc I removed out of the end of it. Other than that, the headlamp goes in here, and the headband all wads up in there, and that's the way it comes. But it just seems to me that this is if you're into headlamps. And of course, you could just use this as a regular flashlight if you wanted to. That's the way I'm going to demo the thing. Let's take this outside, check it out, see what it'll do. All right, we got the Sofirn headlamp out here. Let's turn it on. And here it is, and we have both emitters going, okay? So let's just double tap and see what the turbo is. Whoa, wow. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Look at this. Okay. I'm going to back up a little bit. We're going to go down this way. That's amazing. That's got some throw to it. Of course, we got the spot and the flood, but I mean, obviously the spot's giving us some throw. And let's look down the block. Wow, you can see this tree. You see the trees there above that white van? Wow. I mean, for a headlamp, are you kidding me? That's great. All right, so let's turn this down to just the spot. Or we got just the spot. Yeah, we got just the spot. And let's go low. But yeah, it actually carries pretty well, doesn't it? Next. See that? That's amazing. And next. See that? Wow, on just the spot. Okay. And double tap just the spot. This is just the spot, not this. This is not the spot and the flood together. It's just the spot. Wow. Wow. Okay. Turn around and see the trees down there. This is just the spot. Wow. Here it is right here. Look at this. Kicking it way down. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now we want to involve both. And we're involving both the spot and the flood. So here's the spot and the flood together. Now, do we want to kick them both to turbo? And there they are together on low and turbo. I mean, you can see those trees just light up way back there. That's amazing. That's really cool. Okay, so, and those both. Now, if we just go one at a time, that is just the spot, and this will be the flood. This is just the flood. Yeah, okay. The flood on turbo right here. So it doesn't have the carry, but it still lights up the entire area, doesn't it? It just doesn't go as far downfield. But wow, okay. All right, we're back. What do you think? It's bright. It's very good. It's a nice 4,000 milliamp battery. It seems constructed pretty tough. What more can I say? It's not that difficult. It's on, it's off, and then you push for, brightness levels. And this one just kicks back and forth between emitters or includes both of them. So that's pretty simple. They were saying kind of elementary, beginner type, easy stuff. And yes, it doesn't have any high end like, UI or whatever codes and stuff you got to put in it. No, this is pretty simple right there. So there you go. The headband, the charger, the O-rings, all in a box and all very reasonable price. Check the link below and I'll put whatever I can for discount codes, etc., etc. And you guys stay bright.